So why are we building this van?
I think it comes down to 3 main reasons. And I'm not sure you would expect our last reason. The main reason why we are building out a van is to visit all 50 states.
It's our next adventure. Our last adventure took us to 17 states by boat, and that was an awesome experience. But now we want to see a little bit more. Traveling by boat is amazing to travel and see the water, but it's pretty limiting to see what's on land. And so we think that a van would be a great way to help us see those amazing places by land. So one thing that we have learned is that it is vitally important to eat something before we start doing the stressful activity. Whatever that may be, for us, it is putting the glass, the very expensive windows, onto the van. So we're gonna eat something.
That's the next step, it's the final step.
That's the final step. Now the second reason why we're doing a van is that unlike the boat, the van is a completely clean slate. We can build it however we want and design it for it to meet our functionality and appearance, cosmetics, all of that as we see fit.
When we bought our boat, that was the plan too, but we realized that we needed to learn how to boat before we could transform our home. And now with this empty slate, we're gonna be able to make it, and we are making it exactly how we want it.
Now that doesn't mean there's not compromises, because in any tiny home, whether it's a boat, a van, a tiny home that doesn't move, there are always compromises. But overall, we're pretty happy with it so far.
It's definitely not perfect, so we should probably say that too. Like, this is our first time ever building a van or anything at this scale. The boat was our first time doing projects like that, and so we are basically learning as we go. And so there's a lot of little blemishes as we're making this. We're not professional van builders, but we are learning a ton, and that's another part that's just really fun about this. Now, let's enjoy the smoothies before we do the final step, and then give you our final reason for why we're building a van.
Yeah.
It is not looking good, folks. And it's coming towards us.
Please scare the weather away.
It's because we didn't clear the weather with her, so she didn't approve of this project today.
We are working as fast as we can. Honestly, everything just takes so much longer for Show and Joe.
It is pretty dark. It may not look like that on the screen, but it is dark. So we are taping up both windows. We have gotten pretty far, but if we had one more hour, I think we would have been able to do it. So yeah, we're taking this as a precautionary measure because the skies are very dark. You don't like the rain, do you? We really don't shy away from the real on this channel. We clearly cut the largest 2 holes in our van and got rained on. So, there's that. All right, so the plastic wrap held all night, which was awesome. It did rain off and on all night long. So it was probably really poor timing on our part, but there is a little bit of water inside, I guess to be expected whenever you cut a giant hole in your van. But the water inside isn't too bad, so we can kind of get it up with some towels. And what we're gonna do, we're about to go for our morning dog walk with Ollie, but we're going to open these up so that way they can dry, and we have a few hours before more rain comes today. So we're up and at it early to try to finish this project. All right, let's see. Some towels down over here. Doesn't look too bad. What do you think?
I think I'm really excited to put these windows in today. ounce of preparation is worth a pound of pure.
$8 for 2 reels of tape, and each window is $900. We're putting on as much tape as we can. Oh boy, the big time.
All right, that looks really good.
Oh boy, that's a stressful like 5 minutes. Holy cow.
That is the hardest part of the whole process right here.
Yeah.
Now let's apply some more tape and then move to the other side.
It doesn't seem to matter how many windows we put on. Each time that we put on a window, it is always hard. Like it is always, well, it's not hard. It's very high stress. Like it gets easier. The actual cutting into the van, doing all the steps, it becomes much more, you know what you're doing. But the stress is always there. Holy cow.
It is time for what I've been dreading all day, and that's the water test. What do you think, babe? We're gonna pass or fail?
Well, I don't know. I hope we pass. I will say, if we fail, then that tells us that we should have hired this job out because we clearly...
After 6, well, this is our 5th and 6th window.
Yeah. If you missed our first video of us doing our rear windows, one of those windows leaked. And our flare spaces, both of them, they leaked. So we'll find out. Hopefully we've learned some lessons. That's the real telltale. How does it look?
It's not leaking.
It's not leaking, thank God. Oh my goodness.
It's not leaking!
Oh my God. Yay!
I love
Yay,
you.
I love
Good job.
you. We learned something.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. I feel like after every single project I say this completely changes it, but this like really changes the side of the van. I mean, I feel like I'm a record on repeat, but it looks awesome. I think that's 2 out of 2.
I can't believe it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All right, now let's get into the third and final reason. I hope you guys stayed to the video this long for why we're building out a van. The final reason why we're building out this van is compromise. You see, back when we had to pivot for the, I don't know if it was the first time, but it was the first big pivot. We were stuck in India with COVID. We came back to the US. Jen really wanted to do a camper van, and I really wanted to live on a boat.
And that doesn't mean that I didn't want to live on a boat. It just means that I wanted to do the van more than I wanted to do the boat in terms of a timeline. And we compromised because that's the name of the game. That's how we do a relationship. But in that, we chose to boat inland waters that were protected, and that was another compromise.
Part of doing boat life first meant van life was going to be second, and I am thrilled because we got to see so many different places in the US by boat.
Yeah.
Now we're going to continue that and visit the US and Canada by van.
We are really looking forward to this next journey and this next adventure and this next pivot. And we know that this is not the end of many pivots because that's kind of life. There's been many compromises in our relationship, and that's just kind of how we do it.
Yeah.
And it works for us. It may not work for others, but it works for us really well.
I feel like every compromise that we make always leads to a better outcome, better than if we just did one or the other.
Yeah.
So here's to the next compromise, the next pivot, and the next journey.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you. Good job on the windows.
No Leak Club!
I wouldn't go and hire us to do your windows, but we have learned a few things, I will say that.
And before I forget, we didn't talk that much about the windows in this video, but all of this is documented on our website, showandjoe.com/vanbuilds.
While you're there, you can also check out how much this van build costed us.
We're doing that whole shindig.
Yep, so you can check it out there as well. And all of the products that we used in this video are linked in the description below. Thank you again for watching.
And let us know your story. Did you go from a boat to a van? Are you still wanting to do boat life? Are you on a journey right now? We would love to hear how you have traveled.
Yeah, are you in an RV, a camper, an overlander, a truck, whatever, let us know.
None of the above.
Yeah, this is just a dream. Tell us in the comments below.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao.